Good evening, everybody. It is 10 p.m. on a Sunday. Forgive the setup, I will try and improve it at some point. Want to introduce myself again. I'm Rob, and I suffer from depression, and I suffer from anxiety, and I suffer from PTSD. First and foremost, the formalities are this is hopefully helpful to some people, and hopefully it helps me as well, which is my motivation to help and be helped. I've had counselling before, as I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably have also. I think that in this day and age, a lot of people spend a lot of time saying they're depressed when I'm not sure that everyone is spot on with that diagnosis. We are all doctors thanks to the likes of Google, but I also understand there are a lot of people out there who are depressed and they don't know how to deal with that. It's a very subjective thing, and in some ways people use it as an excuse, which frustrates me in the sense that when people with real mental health issues are treated the same as people with made up or fictitious mental health issues. But who am I to judge? It's not my place. I know who I am, I know how I feel, and I know what makes me feel that way. I think that the broad spectrum of mental health in itself is just that, broad. I think that doctors are very keen to throw pills down your neck, and to be honest, I'm one of those people. I take 2 pills every morning and it helps. But does it help? Is it real or is it a placebo? I don't know. What I do know is that on particularly bad days, they stop me from falling all the way down. And there are times when I do have really bad days. I'm 45. I have a daughter and I have a dog, which may seem relevant or irrelevant, but I think without the dog as, bless her, my crutch, I think that I would struggle more and more. I am on my own. Obviously my daughter still has contact with her mother, and that's good, and I have a good relationship with her mother. But rewind. Before I had my daughter, I had another dog which sadly passed away, and it smashed my heart to smithereens, really. Had that happened 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't be making this video, in all honesty. I want to try and make people who don't understand how mental health, or I'll rewind again, how poor mental health affects people. We all have mental health, which is something I think which is vastly overlooked. But the problems only arise when you have poor mental health, like when you have poor physical health. And sometimes they are hand in hand, and sometimes they're two separate things. With me, two separate things. Physically, I'm tip-top, as any 45-year-old guy who doesn't really do a great deal of exercise anymore and eats a lot of crap. But somehow I still tick along. The reason for doing these videos, as I said before, is to try and get some of my feelings out, and hopefully will lead people to make comments. I'm fully aware that some people might make comments that are derogatory. So be it. Let them. I don't mind. I don't care. It doesn't affect me personally. It's not going to make me feel any worse than I do on a bad day. But that said, on a good day, you wouldn't know there was anything wrong, to be honest. And I think that that's the case with a lot of people. I don't know where ultimately my poor mental health stems from. I do carry a lot of guilt around with me about various things that I'll go to in my next video. But on the whole, I think ultimately guilt is probably one of the things which leads me to feel bad on bad days. And yeah, that's pretty much the basis that we're going to go around. You can like if you want to, don't like if you don't like to. I'm not seeking for any justification in what I'm doing or a hand around my shoulder or a pat on the back. I'm doing it for me and I'm doing it for you. And if you're watching, hopefully the next video will be slightly better. I'll open up a little bit more and hopefully give you a little bit more to think about. As I say, I wish you all the best. I wish you all good night. And no matter how bad it is, it's never as bad as you think. And I'm saying that from being at the lowest low. And as I said before, you know, there were times in my past where I have, you know, not wanted to be around. So I've got your back, and you know, the sun always shines in the morning, even if there's clouds behind it. So much love. I'll speak to you all soon.